everyone, I am Ganga Devi from SFR College. Through this video, we are going to see about the data structure stack. So, stack is one of the linear data structure. It follows some specific order in which the operations can be performed. So, a stack is also called as first in last out. That means it also can store n number of data, but the data can be inserted or deleted from one end, that is at the top. Okay. So, it is also called as last in first out. We can consider a practical example, a hand with full of bangles. So, here if you want to remove the bottommost bangle, you cannot remove it directly, right. So, you have to remove the bangles one by one from the top. So, that is the same scenario is followed in stack. So, in stack we can perform many number of operations. The principal operations are the push operation, pop operation and peek operation. So, these are the basic operations. Push means we can add new elements into the stack from the top, or we can remove the topmost element from the stack. Also, we can, without removing the topmost element, we can enquire which is the topmost element, that is the peek operation. So, for doing all these operations, we have to check whether it is empty or full. Okay. So, first we will see the push operation. So, for pushing the data into the stack, so first of all we have to implement the stack, right. So, in C we can use the structure for implementing the stack. A stack is having again like linked list, it is also having one data, that is the array. So, okay, so array of elements we can declare, and also the topmost pointer value we have to declare that also. Okay. So, first for insertion what we have to do is we have to check whether the stack is full or not. Okay. If the full stack is already full means we cannot implement more number of data into the stack, right. So, we have to check it. If the stack is not full, then we can increment the top value 1 to include the new data into the stack, right. So, top is equal to top plus 1, then after that we can increment that new data into that stack. So, this is the way how we can push the new element into the stack. So, next operation is pop. So, for removing the topmost element from the stack, again first of all we have to check whether the stack is empty. If the stack is empty means that stack is underflow, right. That means there is no data, then how we can pop any element from the stack, right. So, if the stack is not empty, then the topmost element will be pointed to by the top variable. So, now we have to decrement the top value by 1. After that we have to return the topmost element, that is where we have to remove the topmost element. So, next operation is the peek operation, is also called a stop operation. That is we have to remove the without removing the topmost value, we have to just simply return the topmost element. So, here we should not delete, so but the topmost element is pointed to by the top. So, here the topmost element is 4, right. Here. So, one of the applications that we can use for stack is the evaluation of the postfix expressions. Now, we will see how we can evaluate the postfix expressions using stack. So, postfix, what is a postfix expression? That is, expressions are involving operands and operators. Postfix expression means a pair of operands should be followed by the operator. The operator should not place in between the operands, right. So, to evaluate the postfix operations, it's not easy for us to do that, but using stack it will be very easier. So, what we have to do is we have to scan the expression from left to right. If the element is a number, then we have to push those elements into the stack. If the element is an operator, then what we have to do is we have to pop up the operands from the stack, we have to evaluate the result and we have to push back the result into the stack. So, let me see an example. So, this is the example for postfix operation 9 5 minus 3 star. What we have to do is first of all we have to take an empty stack and we have to check the first value. 9 is a number, so we have to push those number into the stack. So, the next element is 5. 5 is also a number, so we have to again push it into the stack. Now, I am getting minus, which is an operator, right. So, if you are getting an operator, then we have to pop up the values from the stack and we have to evaluate the result and we have to push back the result. So, I am just pushing out 9 and 5 and performing the minus operation, and I have placed the 4 again into the stack. Now, again I got a number 3, so I have to push it simply. Now I got the operator star. So star means I have to perform 3 into 4 whose the result is 12. So I got the result as 12. So this is the way how the stack is used for evaluating the expressions. So thank you for watching.